Ladies and gents, girls and boys, I just want to give you a quick rundown on this beautiful custom order made bass, which just came in for a customer of mine, and I've just completed some of the tweaks and stuff. Like they wanted to have Bartolini 9ST pickups installed, and they also wanted to have a TCT preamp installed, which I've done. A Bartolini TCT because they prefer the voicing of that preamp, but the bass itself is a Combat. Um, and it's a full custom order. As you can see, it's got a Tele style head stock, and it's got top adjust truss access, so which is not something that they do as standard. The reason we selected Combat for this is because it's a very flexible company, a very flexible maker, based here in Tokyo. They're relatively easy to work with. Their prices are similar to that of Sago, like this one here, or Dragonfly. Um, and like Sago, they're extremely flexible with what they'll do, what they can do. They can do almost anything. Um, they do original shapes and everything as well. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you for just in case you consider ordering a Combat. Now, the only thing that I do find a little bit disappointing with Combat is the build time took longer than expected, and communication was a bit spotty. But things that I appreciated from them is that they sent us three lots, three possibilities of bodywood to choose from. Now, this is believe it or not, it's not alder, it's basswood, and but they had some quite nicely figured basswood, so we selected this piece, and it's a one-piece body, not a two-piece body. So that's that's another option that you can get with Combat. So yeah, I had to do a few things. I changed the bridge out as well to this because my customer prefers the smaller steel saddles, because they want to get an extremely low action. And this has a 1mm action. And it's gorgeous. Yeah. That's very nice. This is with everything dialed up on the preamp, the TCT, and balanced. Yeah, lovely tone. Let's go on the rear pickup, and yeah, we got a master tone here with a particular type of capacitor that has a certain type of curve. You can hear that it opens up very gradually. It's quite even. So now we're on the rear pickup. Nice. And then if we take the treble all the way down, I had the master tone down there. Treble all the way down. Yeah, I prefer that. Very nice. And conversely, let's just go all the way up. Have treble and master tone all the way up. That's nice and bright, more than enough headroom. Although I do find this the TCT, the treble side of things to be kind of conservative, and the mid to be quite warm. Let's just check that out. I'll leave the master tone all the way up. That's treble. Here's mid. You can hear that the mid significantly changes, doesn't it? And there's bass. So the bass is relatively conservative too, but there's a lot of low mids and mids on the mid pot, but not so many high mids. You've got more of the high mids on the high pot, and the treble pot, of course. But yeah, that master tone control is quite nice. Let's go on the front pickup conversely with everything dialed up, and just that's nice. Let's now go for an ultra deep and warm sound. Fingerstyle. Sweet. Yep, so you get the idea of the scope on that, and then you do have passive mode. Let's go on the rear pickup just to demonstrate passive mode. So this is active. Let's go passive. This is with the master tone down. Up. Back to yeah, so you can hear the difference there between active and passive modes. Let's just do it balanced as well. So that's active. Let's go passive. And that's with the master tone all the way up. So yeah, there you go. That just about covers it all. And I did mention that I put in Bartolini 9ST pickups. So those are slightly brighter than the 9S. But overall, we got a nice even response all the way up and down the neck on this instrument. Yeah, very nice 1mm action at the moment. It's a little bit too low for me. I kind of trip over myself with an action this low. And another thing that I do is, this particular customer plays fairly lengthy gigs and is playing a wide variety of music, mostly covers. I think I mentioned that before. Um, um, so there's a lot of different genres going on there, but they need to use palm mute and stuff, so they don't want screws um, sticking out of the bridge. So, like, something that I do is often I'll change the screws so that they're short enough so that they don't protrude and cause any kind of obstruction or discomfort. In this case, I haven't changed the screws yet, but they're only protruding at 1mm action. They're only protruding about 1mm. So, um, yeah, it's a little bit, maybe a little bit uncomfortable. So, I'll probably change those out. But anyway, guys, that'll do it. That's the Combat full custom order. If you're interested in ordering a Combat, you can do at the link provided. But yeah, be warned that the build time can be a lot longer than they actually initially say. The other thing is I've got these two super basses, which actually from the same customer. He's actually part exchanged these back in against this, which is fine. I do let customers do that, but of course you're going to have to realize that you're not going to get, in order to do that, you're going to have to take a little bit of a hit. But I still gave them like 65% of the market value, which is a lot better than the regular 50% that most shops would give you on part exchange or buy-ins. But yeah, these are excellent basses too, but they just weren't quite what he was looking for. So very particular, have very particular needs, which is fine. I understand that. I get it, especially when you're playing for a living and you've got to sit through gigs 2 hours. You want something lightweight like this. This is only 3.67 kilograms, by the way. These are both lightweight as well. I think this is even lighter, this Sago. And actually, personally, I like this Sago the best out of these three basses, but that's just my personal preference. I like their preamp better, and yeah, I like their original pickups a little bit better than I like the Bartolini. So there's that. But it's all personal preference, isn't it? So these are also available. They're mint condition, basically. Very few signs of use at all. They've been barely used, and well looked after. So there's that. And then that bass over there that's hanging up. That's a very similar kind of spec. That's an older body, rosewood fretboard though, but it's an ultra modern jazz bass. High spec. That's a Cruise Maniac, and that was used going for an absolute bargain price. I also have another ultra modern jazz bass. Hanging up behind there, the Atelier Z. That's brand new. Again, ultra modern, super jazz bass as well. And what else do I have? There's a used Combat as well in stock. So if you like this kind of format, ultra modern 4-string jazz bass with more or less a sort of classic body shape, but with all the active circuitry and everything, then yeah, I've got a fair few of those in stock right now, and I would suggest you check out the listings that I've included in the description of this video and in the Shopify carousel below. And if you want to order a Combat, do get in touch. That would be fantastic. I'll get a quote out to you as soon as possible. Usually I can get a quote, a ballpark figure within 24 hours, and then we get the final quote within a week. So that's the way it works usually. Alright, that'll do it guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.